Good morning, Mustangs. Miss Jones here, and we're going to read Chapter 2 of Donovan's Word Jar. If you remember in Chapter 1, we were learning about some of the things his friends collected. He had a friend named Eric. Anyone remember what Eric collected? That's right, Eric collected marbles. And then he had a friend, Pooh, who collected something else. Anyone remember, what did Pooh collect? Oh, right, buttons. Buttons from places that he went. And then do you remember what Donovan collected? Kind of gives it away here in the cover. That's right, words. So let's read. Chapter 2 is called Donovan's Discovery. It all began one morning at the breakfast table. Donovan was staring at the back of the cereal box when he noticed the word nutrition. Nutrition, he said slowly. And then he said it again. Nutrition. He liked the way the word slid down his tongue and rolled off his lips. This was a word he had never noticed before, and the word made him smile. There he is looking at the cereal box. Mom, Donovan said, watching his mother pack his lunch, do you like the word nutrition? I don't know. I never thought about it before, she answered, dropping a packet of raisins into his lunch. Me neither, but guess what? I am going to start paying extra attention to words from now on. I bet there are trillions of words out there, words I've never ever noticed. On his way to school that morning, Donovan discovered the word ballyhoo blazing across a billboard. Wow, was that there all the time? He asked himself. And that same afternoon, he noticed the word boutique written on the window of his mother's favorite shop. Gee, new words are everywhere, Donovan said. Maybe I should start writing them down. I don't want to forget them. That evening, while he was digging around in his father's tool chest, Donovan saw the word pinchers written on a wooden handle. He pulled a strange-looking tool from the chest. It looked like a crab claw, and he laughed. This tool looks just like its name, Donovan said. I wonder what it is used for. P-I-N-C-E-R-S. He spelled the word aloud to himself several times so that he would not forget how to spell it. Donovan went up the stairs and into his room, pulled his big dictionary from the shelf, and looked for the word pinchers. It does look just like a giant crab claw, Donovan said aloud as he looked at the page. And just like a claw, it can be used to grip things. This is great. From now on, I'm going to write my words down and keep them. And so Donovan began to collect words. He wrote his words in purple ink on yellow strips of paper. At the end of each day, he put the slips in a large round glass jar. One day, while Donovan was sitting at his desk putting words into his jar, he saw his little sister Nikki peeping around the door. He pretended not to notice her and kept writing down his words. What are you doing that for? Nikki asked, leaning over his shoulder. Doing what? Was all he answered, and he kept on writing. Why are you putting those pieces of paper into that jar? Because I collect words, Donovan said. Why? Because I like the way they sound and I want to keep them. Can I put one in? Nikki asked, reaching over to pick up a slip of paper. No, Nikki, this is my collection and it's a private property. I don't want you messing with it. Donovan's voice was firm. I bet some of you have little brothers or sisters that try to mess with your stuff. I know I did. My brother's younger and he used to always try to mess with my stuff. Okay, Mr. Meanie, Nikki said, leaving the room. You better hurry. It's almost time for dinner. Donovan decided that he would keep his word jar high up on the shelf in his room. He didn't want Nikki snooping around his jar. She might break it, or even worse, take some of his words. All kinds of words went into Donovan's collection. He had big words like profound that made him feel smart. Little words like cuddle warmed his heart. Donovan found that soft words like hush soothed his fears. Silly words like squabble slipped off his tongue and tickled his ears. From somewhere he collected hieroglyphic, a strange word that made him wonder. And just for fun, he added strong words like warrior, words that rang in his ears like thunder. Donovan put mysterious-sounding words like extraterrestrial into his collection, and there were musical-sounding words like orchestral. Collecting words was fun. They were everywhere. One sunny Sunday afternoon, Donovan found the word solidarity marching in a parade. He smiled at the men in their bright green uniforms and wrote the word down. Later that same afternoon, the word Zeppelin floated high in the sky, written on a silver balloon. But Donovan's favorite way of collecting words was from people. People on the street corners, people in stores, people in the park, the people he heard on the radio, the people he saw on TV. Everywhere Donovan went, he listened and he scribbled down new words. Donovan collected so many words that his jar was jam-packed, filled to the brim, almost spilling over the rim with words, words, and more words. Wow, Donovan is really realizing how magical words can be. So that's the end of Chapter 2, Mustangs. We'll be back soon with Chapter 3. Have a good day.